This is Dominus Nisia with Bismi. I'm going to my special segment about my journey with my creator. So today's segment is about the spirit of adoption. So this is the seventh segment of a 14 segment series. And what is the real adoption mean? So I'm going for three questions. Mainly, it's the spirit inside you will really reveal what is the real adoption that you're doing about that spirit. So if you are listening to different type of mindset or different type of talks, your thinking process will adopt those type of things. So if you are thinking about self-care or hearing about self-care, you will adopt lots of things from that. So that's what the adoption means here. So if you are going through the spirit and finding out more about the spirit, what will be the things that you're adopting in your life that can relate to your life? So three questions. First question, what is your primary image of God and how do you relate to that God? That's an interesting question, right? So, what is your primary image? Is a God, is that God is a person to you, or it's like an image or a concept? What is your primary image about your God? And it's actually there's like connection to that question. How do you actually approach that image? So, first question: how do you relate? What's your image about God? And if that image is a person, how do you approach? It's like as a slave, as a child to the father, or what's your mindset to approach your God? It's an interesting question, isn't it? Oh, wow. Why? So what will be my answer? What is my journey towards that question? That's what this segment today. Interesting, because when I think about adopting God as a father, it's a bit challenging for me. My father is my hero. My father is my everything because I usually used to hear from the day one that I got everything what my dad used to have. The way that he talked, the way that he behaved, yeah, all the way that he engaged with the community. That's all got from my dad. So everyone will say that you are a female version of your dad. And I love to hear that because I love my dad and he is my hero. But I can't really relate my dad to my God because there are different reasons. To me, like a God is a perfect person. God is always there for me if I need anything. God is the one who uh, giving everything in the best possible way. God will not give stress. God will not or will not give uh, yeah, conflict anticipation, all those things. Having said that, my dad was not giving that conflict or not making issues, but I didn't see my dad as a perfect person. We know that human is not perfect at all. So my dad got lots of imperfections in different ways, in different areas. And even being a father, he was not the perfect father. Even though he is my hero, still my hero, he was not the perfect father. So, in that sense, I couldn't connect God to a father figure. When I think about my dad and God, I was like, no, I don't want that type of God. God is like a complete essence of creation. So for me, my dad is my model to look at it. But again, I know that half of my dad got imperfections, and I don't want God to be a person or model or an image with imperfection. I want God to be as a perfect image of everything. Everything, not just in love and compassion. My dad is a complete positive image of love and compassion, but at the same time, he always have the other area that getting imperfect ways. But I want my God to surpass my dad's imperfection. I want whatever my dad used to do to me, plus more. That's what I felt like, the image to dad. So, image to God. So it was so hard for me to connect to God as a father figure. It took me a lot of time to connect that way. So if you got a father or a mother that is really, I would say, horrible relationship with you, you can't really connect God to that figure. But in my case, I totally connected with my dad, but as I mentioned, I want something more in God's way. So how did I approach God? I always think He is somewhere up there, doing everything like like a showering upon us, and then whatever I do will actually connect to that shower. Like, and if I do something bad, that stop. But if it is I'm doing good, it will be more on or abundance. That was my concept, but it's changed a lot during these recent years. I know that father figure, whatever my real earthly father gave me, that's just a glimpse of the real father in heaven can provide. So I always connect to my God as a daughter. I love to be called as princess. So I'm the princess of my God. That's the way that I actually connect now, because I was a princess for my dad, my earthly dad. So I would really want to connect to my heavenly father as a princess and king relationship. So I am the beloved daughter and the princess of my heavenly and earthly father. So that's what my current mindset about my God. Do you agree? How is your concept about your God? I would love to hear about it. So, next one, there is an innate desire in each one of us to be chosen. We have been chosen by God, and God's Spirit wants to place in this reality of our heart. What it means that God, knowing everything about you, has chosen you as His adopted daughter or son? That's the next question. That's a interesting question, at the same time very hard question for me to conquer, because if you know a person in your life knows 100% about you, your good things, bad things, your weaknesses, your strength, your sufferings, your anxiety, your dreams, your procrastination, whatever, everything. How do you feel about that person will be supporting us or not? In a human mindset, if I share with everything to a person, the experience I got, that person never understand our reality. That person never find out the talents in us. That person never help us to grow next level. That person never admit if we have a real issue, real suffering, real stress, because they always feel that okay, you can manage that, you are this, you are that, you can't go that, you can't go up to that. It's always there are limit, and you need to deal with fear. So if you want to go fearless attitude, you need to make sure that the person who are connected with you and that opened fully with you is a non-judgmental person. And I challenge you whether you can find out that type of person in your real life as in your relationship. That's where the power of relationship with your creator comes in, because The Creator can be that non judgmental person, connecting to Him, knowing everything because He's the one created us. He's the one got the blueprint of us, what we are going to do, what we have done, what we did right, what's our strength, what's our weakness. He knows everything because He created us. So it's better to go to the owner of the creation rather than go to the other people in this world. So that's what I feel about God, because that innate desire, because I would say that my creator didn't adopt me, because I am his creation. So whatever he desire as an outcome, that's what me. So he got some real purpose from me. That's what he created. That's how he created physically, mentally, emotionally, and that's what he gave us, the brain or the soul and the spirit, everything. It's just his idea. I'm not even like an adopted person. I am his own. That's what my mind said. What do you feel about it? Do you feel like God is adopted you, or like, you are sort of like an adopted person in this world and then doing someone else's job? I would like to hear that about your mindset as well. The third question on this series is, it has been said that our relationship with God the Father begins with our earthly father. How both like earthly father and God Father is connected? I think I answered that question. So the answer is, if you are connected with your father, it's so easy to connect to God as a father. But if you are not connected, it is hard. But just think, if you don't have a father, if you were living without the father figure in your life, especially with my three boys, they're living without a father figure at the moment. They can't really connect what the father is doing for their life, because my twins didn't even have personal relationship with my father. So how they can connect God to that father, because it's invisible for them. So for those type of people, if you are hearing me, how do you connect to God as your father? That's for your reflection on yourself, and then finding out that innate love that God has. Because even though He doesn't allow you to have a father on this earth, He is the ultimate designer of your life. He is the ultimate planner. He is the ultimate powerful person in your life. So I would encourage you to believe that if you don't have a father figure, that's where you need to start. The God, the Heavenly Father is your Father. He's the one giving you different people in your life to imitate, to learn from, to get compassion with them, to encourage each other. Even though you have a good father, or no father, or bad father, your Heavenly Father is there, always loving you with no condition. There is only one thing that you need to do: just be a wonderful daughter or son to that father. This is Dominus Nisi on 88.9 FM, your host. This me spreading love, joy, and peace through my life to you.